What is an art style? How do you find your art style? And how fast can you create an art style? Are you an artist trying to find the best way to create art in your own style? In this video, I'll give you 3 easy steps to answer all of these goals. But first, we have to figure out what exactly is style. When it comes to visual arts style, it is the distinctive grouping of an artwork. This deals with the unique ways that each artist comprehends the different elements for art, whether it's line weight, shape, shading, and values. So how do you find or create your own art style? First, you have to collect what artwork inspires you, and try to narrow this down to 2 to 3 different artists. These artists will be called your art parents or your adoptive artists that will influence your art style. This can be easy or hard depending on how you gravitate to different artists while you're scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, or even Pinterest. It gets easier if you find specific artists you like or even companies that you want to work for, like Blizzard, Square Enix, or other ones that are out there. Make an artboard of all the artwork and artists that you found, and then we can get into the next step. This next step is when you pull out a notebook, or pencil, or pen and try to figure out what connects them to each other. What drives you to connect with these different art pieces? Is it the line weight? Is it how they choose their colors? Is it how they desaturate or saturate different elements of the piece? What is it that catches you about each one of these different artists and their art pieces? Once you figure all of that out, it's time to go back and look at your art and compare it from theirs to yours. Now, this is the hardest part because you are doing a lot of self-reflection. And a lot of us artists don't really like doing self-reflection. But in order to get an art style, you gotta figure out how to do some self-reflecting of your own as you're making all of these decisions to create your art style. Just don't make the mistake of trying to put self-doubt into your art and try to use this as a learning experience to increase your skills that you already have and are trying to gain even more. After learning what makes you and them different in your styles, we then go into mimicking and creating artwork. But now, what's the easiest way to start mimicking someone when you're just starting out? That's actually the easiest part to understand. It is to trace. And yes, I do mean tracing their artwork, getting a piece of parchment paper and tracing, putting an opacity layer and drawing it over. Or you can do something completely different, kind of, and try doing a master copy of that artist's artwork. Why do we want to learn this exact way, or why do we want to learn how to make your style this way? Well, it teaches you how to promote a style and make decisions. And a lot of them, this actually helps you create better format with your artwork matching theirs. And tracing, this is exactly what animators do when they're making cartoons or an anime. They trace over the past artist's work so that they can match the style. The only difference is that when you do these tracings, don't call it your own work. Make your own work afterwards. This work that you're tracing or doing master copies are studies. Use them as a tool to learn how to create your own style. After taking the time to mimic what you've learned, whether it is through master copies or tracing, this is the time when you actually take everything you've learned and make something new. Figure out what you want in your own style. This is when you take your OCs, your own world, different aspects of everything you've worked on in your past, and try to implement these things that you've learned to make your own style. Implement them and try to exaggerate them in different ways so that you can actually promote and make your own art in your free hand and get that muscle memory going. See, 3 easy steps to make your unique art style. Just keep making art and don't be too stiff when it comes to trying to develop your style. Because sometimes your interests will change. What you are watching or playing games or whatnot, your interests will change, and that can help develop your style as long as you're fluid with what you're doing. Have your art style develop with your interests, not contradict them, because your interests are what encourages you to draw. Your interests, whether it is the outside world or even nature, That's something that can help you hone in your skills, as well as doing some life paintings or life drawings to help out with keeping an eye out on the way things are in real life can also benefit your art style. Just remember, you are your own person, and you can make art be whatever you want. If you like this video, please like and comment. The comment that I want to know from you guys is, who is or are your art parents? Let me know in the comments down below so I can see all the amazing artists that inspire you in your daily artwork. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell just so you get notified for the next video. If you want to help me support me on any other avenue, please check out my links down below, including the Patreon and Ko-fi. And I will see you guys all again next time. Bye.